Hello, my name is Cecily Schubert, and I'm the treasurer of C-Cert. First off, to be able to understand the financial situation here, you have to understand who we're partnering with. It's going to be with LawCert, who is the local group in town. And though you already know that, the reason I mention this is because LawCert already has a program set up that they are able to train, and they already have instructors. The thing is, most of the people that work there are not being paid. They are all volunteers. So in that situation, most of the payment is being done simply through supplies and the actual things they need to buy. So when simply looking at that, each student would cost about $90 for the different supplies that are entailed in this training. So with the 12 volunteers they were looking at, that's about $1,800, which that's not too bad. And then if you add on the wages and just general expenses they'll be on top of that, it would be about $4,880. That's close to $5,000. So in order to pay for this, we have three different means that we're going to be looking at. There is a grant, a contract, and a fundraising. First off, the grant would be worked through FEMA, which is an organization that works with emergency management and also specifically works with CERT, all the different CERT chapters across the country. And they have various grants set up that one can apply for. Most of them are very large. We do not need a large one in our small organization, but I went with one of the smaller ones to be optimistic that even if we get a bigger one, that would be great. So looking at a very small one, that would be about $5,000, even that would help. Just that in itself would pay for all the supplies. But in order to be a succeeding organization, we would need more than that. So we also would like to offer a request to UAF to have a contract that we would receive $200 a year from them, which from a large company and organization like UAF, that's not much, and it would show that they support us, but we will be fine without that money. It's simply to grow the community. And then the last thing was we were going to do a fundraising through the Governor's Cup, the hockey game that UAF hosts. There is a huge group of people that come to that and quite a bit of money that is earned, and we are asking that the Governor's Cup donate us $5,000 of the proceedings, which is most likely not going to be very much out of the amount that they earn. So then, all those things combined is $10,200, and that's an optimistic goal, but honestly, I think it's very realistic. So then, when it comes to transparency in our company, because it is a nonprofit, we want to make sure that everyone looking in can see what we're doing and recognize that we're not being sketchy and not doing things behind that we're not supposed to be doing. So we're going to make all of our financial accounting and tax information open to the public so they can understand that we're being responsible with our with the money that they generously donate. Our taxes will be completed timely, and we will be using tax exempt, which has an extra fee to it, which I've already added on to our expenses. So that will be public, and if anyone asks, we will supply that information if it pertains to their question. And we will also arrange for an auditor once a year to double check and really confirm that we're not doing anything we shouldn't be doing. And all these things combined will be able to help maintain the reputation of the company. So when it comes to the board members and just the general people involved, the payroll will work something like we're going to pay $200 to each board member, because it's a nonprofit, typically it would be a volunteer position, but being starting, we need to be able to pay our people so that we can build and grow, which wouldn't be able to happen if we weren't getting paid. So $200 for each board member, and then because LawCert again is volunteer, we would like to pitch in and help get them paid. So $150 for the LawCert manager for helping arrange it, and then $500 each per class for the instructors, which is typically just one of them, which is even a low pay grade for what they would typically get. But even so, it's better than volunteer. We would like to show our gratitude through that. And that has already been organized through the numbers I gave you earlier. And then as time goes on, as we grow as a company, we are planning to raise that pay rate as donations increase, so that those people involved may be able to donate more of their time to the company, and they wouldn't have to spend as much time in the jobs that they have to pay the bills. That this can be something that they do as a lifestyle, which can only be done with pay. And with all these things, like I mentioned before, we have about a $5,320 cushion in between those numbers I gave you earlier, which you can look at the accounting summary to look in detail at. And this cushion will kind of work as a buffer if these optimistic numbers are a little off, or if we don't get as much as we desire. Even so, that will give us that buffer room to help us get through it. And then if any extra money we have will be allocated for the future, or will be used to compensate those that are already underpaid. So in all, that would be most of our financial information that I think you would desire.